The majority of us in the UK are lucky enough to have our own washing machine, or at least easy access to a laundrette. I still love going down a laundrette, service wash for your towels and duvet.
Really?
It's a rarity for me, yeah.
Like staring at the washing machine.
Yeah, it's just something, and the smell when you get in there as well, there's nothing like it. That's something that many of us take for granted, but it isn't the case for millions of people around the world. Nav Sawhney saw for himself just how tough it is having to wash an entire family's laundry by hand, week in, week out in India, and as an engineer has decided to do something about it. Pleased to say that Nav joins us now. Hi, Nav.
Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So tell us about what you've come up with. What's the solution to this problem?
Yeah, so I founded an organization called the Washing Machine Project, and we make manual washing machines that save time, water, and effort for 70% of the world's population who hand wash clothes. And so they get on their hands and knees in lakes, rivers, and streams in buckets for up to 20 hours a week, causing back pain, joint pain, and skin irritation. So we create solutions for people who hand wash clothes.
Right, so how does it work then? Talk us through it.
So it's a manual crank handle washing machine that has a drum and drum. So it not only cleans your clothes, but dries them as well using a spin dry technology. And it saves 75% of time and 50% of water compared to hand washing clothes. And we're all about giving people the dignity of clean clothes and empowering the people that are disproportionately affected by this, which are women, unfortunately. And so that's the main aims of our organisation.
I mean, a lot of us, as we say, take for granted just using a washing machine. It's a bit of a pain, loading it and unloading it now and again. But what is the real life implications for people living in India, for instance, that don't have access to washing machines?
Yeah, I'll give you a very real example. So I was in India. I actually started life here in the UK. I was at an engineering company, but I was fed up of making expensive products for rich people around the world. So I decided to go on sabbatical and move myself to South India to help people with my engineering. And my next door neighbor there, a lady called Divya, was a 30-something stay-at-home mum, spoke perfect English, only lady on the street that spoke English, married at the age of 16 and wanted to work but just didn't have the time because she was always foraging for wood to cook her food and hand washing her clothes because she didn't have access to an electric washing machine. She spent 20 hours a week doing this activity, and she wanted to work but just didn't have the time. And so empowering people like Divya, my next door neighbor, and giving her a promise to make a manual washing machine is what really is when the penny dropped for me to innovate for people like Divya around the world.
Good on you. That's fantastic. And how much do these cost, Nav, and how do they get them?
Yeah, so these washing machines have to be affordable for the end users. So we're producing these washing machines at £60.
Wow.
And there's different models. So we rely on donations from the kind public that donate these funds to us to then distribute these washing machines right across the world. People buy them locally, and also we rely on organizations like the United Nations and Care International and Oxfam to distribute these washing machines in refugee camps.
I mean, Rajini, living in India, you will obviously know intimately about this. I seem to remember visiting a Dobie. Is it called Dobie?
Yeah, the largest one is in Mumbai, Dobie Ghat.
A small one, but it's still, I mean, to see people whose job it is just to wash your clothes and iron your clothes was a very strange experience because people didn't do it themselves because of access to the ability to actually use a washing machine.
And now, just quickly, where are you going to be sending these to? They're not just going to be used in India. They're actually going to be used in a number of developing countries, which I think is the big takeaway, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've just finished a distribution in Iraq, in the refugee camp there called Masharam Refugee Camp in Kurdistan. So we sent that out last week, and I'll be heading out to Iraq next month to distribute those washing machines. And it's going to be 10 countries over the next 3 years and 7,500 washing machines.
Good on you. That's fantastic. Can people get involved and help? Where do they go for more information about this, Nav?
Yeah, we would love and welcome as much support as possible. You know, businesses and individuals can really help and support. We have a fundraising campaign open on our website, thewashingmachineproject.org. You can donate via GoFundMe link there. So yeah, please do support.
Now, just a quick one before you go. Dave just texted us in saying, can those washing machines be bought in the UK? Because presumably they're also quite climate friendly as well, energy efficient and all that.
Yeah, thanks, Rajini, and thanks for the question as well. Yeah, these are completely off-the-grid, non-electric, hand-cranked washing machines, and we're finding a growing interest from people in the UK. I had a lady called Tracy who's on benefits and has lost her job in the pandemic and has to spend about £40 a week on laundry at the local laundrettes, and she said she wants a machine like this to help wash her clothes.
Okay,
So,
we're going to have to go now, but can you get them in the UK, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
you can.
perfect.
Good.
Thanks so much, Nav.
My Lecky bill is through the roof at the moment, so I'd gladly take one of those. Lovely stuff. Nav Sawhney there, the hand-crank washing machine. It's Drive on 5 Live with Rajini, Vaidyanathan and Johnny Ianson. Just coming up to 6 o'clock.